Shalom. I'd like to say Barakah Yahweh Bashim Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GreatMillStone. Blessed salutations to the elect worldwide. Preaching the gospel in spirit and truth, consistently and sincerely. May the Lord have mercy upon the 1/3 of Israel, men, women, and children destined to repent. May the Lord comfort them and bless them. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Hispanics, and those scattered worldwide, no matter how you look like, according to the Bible, the scriptures, the prophecies, and the curses of Deuteronomy 28, you guys are the true biblical Israelites, the chosen people, chosen seed, holy seed. And your God is the God of Israel, whose name is Yahweh, and the Son's name is not Jesus Christ, but Yahweh Shai, who's a so-called black man, according to the scriptures, Revelations 1:13. So let's get into it. This is a small topic. And the title of it is called Last Male Northern White Rhino Dies in Kenya, BBC News. And again, who's to blame, man? So like about that. Yeah, who's to blame, man? Who is to blame? So-called white man. He's the one fucking up the food chain, fucking up the ecosystem, everything, man. Not only are the people, the human beings, mankind, however you want to call it, are catching hell or struggling, so are the animals, man. He's ruling the earth. He doesn't know how to look after the so-called white man, who's Esau, the devil, the deceiver, destroyer. He owns the whole world, as the scripture says, Job 9:24. He's the wicked. And in Genesis, he rules by the sword. He's controlling the whole world. But look what's happening, man. Things are dying. Things are ceasing to exist. From the white rhinos, how are you going to get from the last male and 2 females left? How are you going to produce? How are you going to produce more? So what's been happening, man? What's been happening? Taking these rhinos, putting them in them zoos, caged up, when they're supposed to be, left in the wild and travel long distances and eat a certain amount of vegetarian food to survive, man, or to be satisfied. But let's just go in the text bit by bit. So it says the last male northern white rhino has died. So it's died. It's like yeah. See? Well, what do you expect, man? Sudan was the last male of his species on the planet. Now only 2 females are left, his daughter and granddaughter. Only 2 females are left. So how are they going to produce? Sudan was put under 24-hour armed guard in 2015. Why? To protect him from poachers, man. People that what's poachers? People that illegally adopt or steal and hunt animals and take it for their use, sell it into black markets for whatever gain, for whatever money, for whatever exchange. Yeah. But how long has that been going for? Now you're reduced to what? 2 female rhinos. Can't even find another white male rhino to produce. So you allowed this to happen. You should have saw this coming. You ain't looking after the animals, man. I'm going to go into the scriptures in a bit. Just finish off this. What kind of stupidness is that? You see? That's how you know we're in hell. They had the audacity to make a Tinder account. A Tinder account for a fucking animal. Now, stuff like that should make you wake up and think, this empire, the so-called white man's society, is really finished, man. Because not only are the men struggling, and nowadays, we're living a so-called progressive time, where now there's sex robots, so-called progressive society, sex robots. People can't even socialize with people anymore. Yeah, Esau, the so-called white man, he's not even promoting the right standard of sex between a male and female. Rather, he's pushing out the LGBT community, which, if you look into it, none of it is helping society. None of it is progressive. None of it is positive. Rather, it just brings social genocide, mentally and physically. Can't reproduce. Making men effeminate. Yeah, it's just a terrible society we live in. And now the animals have to, they put in a fucking animal. It sounds funny and comical. Putting animals on a Tinder website. See? What? Calling out to the other male rhinos so they can mate. Is that how hard it is now? This is terrible, man. Or fundraising, whatever. It was too late. Funds are not gonna spawn a white rhino. Funds. He was finally put to sleep following age-related complications. Yeah, age-related complications. Sound like some bullshit answer right there, man. Look, man. Rhino looks like it's in hell, man. It looks... Only hope of preserving its species lies in developing IVF. Look at it, man. Look what the world's come to, man. Now they got what? Store semen, store sperm, and surrogate southern white rhinos. Stored semen. So hard for them, they can't even get sex anymore. They have to store semen, store sperm, keep it frozen, and inject it. Whose fault is this, man? So-called white man, man. This is Proverbs 12. Let's start from verse 10. Proverbs 12 and 10. A righteous man, a good man, just man, regardeth the life of his beasts. So, you see, the scriptures are all around everything, man. Everything a part of life. Things you wouldn't even think about. Scriptures have it, man. Scriptures teaches you how to look after your beast. You're supposed to regard the life of your beast. Yeah? You got to understand and respect that in the animal world, they have a cycle. This animal eats this. This animal has a lifestyle that it needs to live by. in order for the survival rate to be balanced. If you fuck up the cycle, if you fuck up their environment, their habitat, their natural habitat, they start deceasing, start coming extinct. Then you can't produce more. Some animals are good for the earth. Some animals you can eat, some animals you can't eat. Different scenarios. Some animals could be used for stuff. Materials. But if you don't look after the animals, you don't look after their cycle of what they go through, see? It's going to be hard, man. A righteous man regardeth the life of his beast, but the tender mercies of a wicked are cruel. And what does Job 9:24 say? The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. So he's cruel every day, the so-called white man, who's Esau according to the Bible. He's just producing more wickedness. This is why animals are getting extinct. Wasn't it a while ago they're talking about 2 gay male lions? How? How is this happening at this time? Why? That shows you this has never been heard of, man. I've never heard that in my life. That shows you that we live in a corrupt world. Even wickedness is passing on to the animals. Extinctions. They're trying to force homosexuality on the animals, man. You're not regarding the life of the animals or the beasts. You're putting genocide in their communities. He that tilleth his land shall be satisfied with bread. And tilleth means to work, to labor the land. So you got to look, as well as looking after the animal, you got to look after the land the animal is staying in. And for yourself, you know, if you're like growing crops and stuff like that, but the animals need to eat in the field, in the wild. You have to look after the land. Now we live in a polluted generation where the air is polluted, the water is polluted, the earth itself is polluted, the crops are polluted. The animals have no choice but to consume it, just like we do. That's why they're saying the cancer rates are increased. Chemtrails in the air. See? Lifespan is being shortened. So, and it says, be satisfied with bread. Yeah, why? Because whatever you sow, you shall reap. You pollute the earth, people, things, animals start dying. Lackage, famine, shortage. See? When you have a shortage of something, you're scarce. Things become scarce. But he that followeth vain persons is void of understanding. Vain, man. That's Esau. Total vanity. Total vanity. His wickedness is gonna lead to naught. In other words, it's not beneficial. Wickedness brings destruction and emptiness. We got here the website animals.net. Just write rhinos, and just here value of horns. Rhinos are illegally hunted for their horns, which on the black market sell for the same price as gold on a weight for weight basis. So it's valuable, their horns, but it's illegally hunted. And they need that to survive as well. You know, people they're becoming extinct in a rapid pace. People are poaching from these animals, not giving it time to live and stuff like that. Because I believe they have a lifespan for about like 50 years. So people get desperate, and you know, when something is small, they're in higher demand, isn't it? If you think about the science of, like, you know, the business world, when something is rare, something is less, it becomes rare, so therefore it becomes higher in demand. So obviously you're going to have increased poaching. People are going to be so desperate to take it. And that's happening with these rhinos. And obviously a lot of their lives are, their lives are being taken early because they're not looking after the animals, their habitat and their cycle. They're not producing more. Habitat of a rhinoceros. The preferred habitat varies depending on the species, but range from savannas, grassland plains, wetlands, and dense forests in tropical regions. Now, you just putting them in a small box in a zoo, it ain't gonna work, man. They need more space, and they consume a lot. They're big animals. They're the second biggest land animals after the elephant, man. You got population sizes. Population of all 5 species of rhinos are extremely small. See, it's telling you extremely small. White rhino, 20,000. Black rhino, 4,880. Indian rhinos, 3,600. Sumatran rhino, 140 to 210. Look at these numbers, man. It's terrible. Jovan rhino, 35 to 45. What is that? How are they going to populate? So look at that, rhinos and human interaction. So they even tell you here that, you know, people are just killing them. It's just greed, you know what I'm saying? Not even letting them breed enough. Just having a great massacre on these animals. Just to, you know, to obtain items from them. Look what it says, rhinoceros and human interaction. Rhinos are illegally hunted, first off. So they're not protected enough. Rhinos are illegally hunted, yeah, for their horns, which are used in traditional medicines, dagger handles and decorations. Although rhinos are large, tough and aggressive, they are very easily poached due to their drinking behavior. Poached, meaning what? Taken illegally from someone else's property and stolen or killed. Their drinking behavior, meaning what? They like to drink water a lot, innit? They visit water holes daily and, while distracted by drinking, can be easily killed. See? So guys are just slaughtering these animals like it's nothing. That's why there's extinction, man. There's no balance. This poaching has led to endangering, look, it's telling you, this poaching has led to endangering over 5 species, some of which are now dangerously close to extinction. There you go. That's what happened. The scripture says, the righteous regardeth the life of his beasts, animals. Is this regarding it? Esau, man, so-called white man. Oh, he's always behind this, responsible for this. Then they want to try and play like the good guys on the news. Yeah, when all your wickedness has been going on for how long? And now you want to try and save them at the last minute. Idiots, man. Rhinoceros care. Again, because of their great size, strength and aggression, rhinos require specialist care when kept in zoos. That itself tells you they ain't supposed to be there. They're great in size, strength, and aggressive. Now, especially if something is aggressive, if you put something that's aggressive in a tight box, in a cage, it's going to become more aggressive. Yeah, that's captivity right there. It needs to be free. Even thingies are better. What is it? What they call it? Safaris. At least they have more space, man. But you put in flipping zoos, just boxes, and a little bit of grass there, a little bit of grass there. It ain't nothing, man. It needs to be in the wild. It needs to live properly. Yep. It says behavior of a rhinoceros. Don't need to read all of it, but just a small point. Rhinos are solitary animals, and both males and females establish territories. May use their horns not only when fighting for territory or mates, but also to defend themselves from potential predators such as lions, tigers, and sometimes hyenas. Now, one point you can make is like, because they take time to breed, which I'll show you later on. About 2 years. Takes them a while to breed. And so if people keep poaching these animals in a rapid rate, yeah, without balance, it's not supposed to be poaching anyway because it's illegal. You're not supposed to be stealing someone else's animal or stealing people's lands. That's off already. That's wicked. So nothing good comes out of wickedness. But even that, you're poaching in a rapid race. The extinction risk for the animals is increasing high. And let's say you're just snatching their horns. Say if they only grew about 10 years, you're just snatching their horns. They haven't mated yet. From young, you're just snatching their horns. So now if they're in the wild, they can't defend themselves. You know? Lions or hyenas yamming them up too early, like young ones. Because you snatched off their horns. You didn't let them grow and experience, did what they need to do. And if they drop dead, then okay, at least then you could take the horn. And when a rhino has lived its life or whatever, you know, allowing balance to flow. But if you're just snatching, you can't even wait, you're impatient. Well, I can't. You can see why they're impatient, because they're extinct. But whose fault is that? See? This reproduction of a rhinoceros. During courtship, males and females often fight and may cause serious injuries to each other with their horns. After mating, the pair separates. A single baby called a calf is born after pregnancy of 14 to 18 months. So that's like, what, a year and a half? Yeah? With all calves being eaten vegetation several days after being born, they continue to drink milk from their mother for a year before leaving her completely after 3 years. Yeah? Females produce a calf only once every 2 to 5 years. Let me read that again. Females, the rhinos, the females, produce a calf, not multiple calves, just one. It's given here. Produce a calf only once every 2 to 5 years. So let's say it gave birth every 5 years. Let's just say, basically. Do you know what I'm saying? So you got to give them enough time for them to grow, to create a balance. But if you keep poaching, snatching them up and hunting them and killing them, you fuck up the cycle. Okay? You increase the extinction rate. Now here, beliefs, superstitions, and phobias about the rhinoceros. Here, I don't know if it's true. I'm just reading it verbatim, what it says. In some cultures, it is believed incorrectly. They put it in brackets, so I don't know. I'm just reading it. But I just want to make a point after this. But rhinoceros horns have medical properties and can cure cancer, purify water, or act as an aphrodisiac. It's also believed the horn brings good luck, so they are sometimes used as decorations or as jewelry. Rhinoceros horns are simply highly compacted hair. They're like the same material as our like fingernails and stuff like that. But reading that, it's already wrote incorrectly in brackets, so it's like maybe a theory. But the point is, I wouldn't be surprised if the rhino has got some good qualities or items within its nature to better the environment or to help even mankind. Because some animals, they produce some stuff, like for example, bees make honey and stuff like that, or the plants, you know, they take in the carbon dioxide and produce the oxygen for us, mankind. You know, things and animals, they usually help, you know. So if it does have any benefits, rhinos, I might search it up later, you are putting those benefits of those rhinos or any animal that you're causing to suffer from extinction, you're seizing their good qualities. Yeah, that's what Esau's doing, seizing their good qualities, whatever animal it is. Then the benefits won't be able to grow, it won't be able to be shared, and it fucks up. Imagine you eliminate all the trees, we'll be fucked up. You see, so the animals are important too, man. Let me give you proof why the animals are important too. In terms of, you got like, well, let's just show you. Let me show you through the scriptures. Now this is Genesis chapter 7. Noah, yeah. I believe he was leading the animals. Leading the animals into the ark. You know, you might have in school, primary school, nursery, kindergarten, wherever, you might have songs about 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah, you know, Noah. But really it was 2 and 7. But it's going to say it here, Genesis 7 verse 1, and the Lord Yahweh said unto Noah, come thou and all thy house into the ark, for thee have I seen righteous before me in this generation. So the Lord was going to flood the earth because of wickedness. You can read that in Genesis 6, the chapter prior. Of every clean beast, keep in mind, clean beast, clean animal. There's some animals that are clean, some animals are unclean. Now, all animals are good. Why? Because the Lord created them for different purposes. Yeah? Like the pig, you ain't supposed to be eating pig. That's an unclean animal. But the pig is good because it benefits the earth. Yeah, it's like it cleans the earth. It eats rubbish, dead corpses and stuff like that. Even thingies do that. What's the bird? Vultures. You know, they clean up the earth by eating corpses. But you ain't supposed to eat it. See, it benefits one way or the other. Of every clean beast thou shalt take to thee by sevens. Now that's the clean beast. Yeah, so the clean animals, the ones that are allowed to be eaten, the male and his female, so more 7. Yeah, and of the beasts that are not clean, the animals that you're not supposed to eat but they're still beneficial to the earth, by 2, the male and his female. So even Noah, the Most High taught Noah, Yahweh taught Noah how to regard the life of the beast, the system of the animals. You see? Even the Lord Yahweh cares about the animals. He knows what should be more, what should be less, how it should be balanced. Yeah? He didn't tell Noah, just make the rhinos extinct. Or because the animals are unclean, just make them extinct. He didn't teach him that. Yeah, you needed more of this, the clean animals, because you're going to eat that, and you need to produce more of them. And same way with the unclean, they should be more clean than unclean. From what we're getting here, but you see, the Lord didn't teach Noah to create a mass genocide and go poaching. But Esau, How does he look after the animals? Oh, look what it says here, verse 3. Of fowls also of the air by sevens. The fowls, meaning the birds, the male and female. Listen to what it says. To keep seed alive upon the face of the earth. Oh, I just saw that. See how the Lord talks? The Lord's smart. The Lord created the animals. He knows how it's supposed to be. To keep seed alive upon the face of the earth. The scripture says, be fruitful and multiply. That's what mankind is supposed to do. And that's what the animals are supposed to do. But when you fuck up the system of the animal system, what happens? They suffer from extinction. They become endangered species. So if that, shalom.